Let's go! That is right up there for best episode. Man, what an absolute treat last episode was. I'm still thinking about it. It's definitely top 2 for me, but let's just appreciate Kurapika. You know, this is very clearly an arc that's very focused on Kurapika, and someone has been continuously pointing out in the comments like just how the whole tone of the show changes, especially after last episode, which I'm really appreciative of. You know, it's the soundtrack, it's the kinds of characters that are being introduced, and it's just like what's happening and like how graphic some of these fights are, because it's not through the eyes of GON right now, it's through the eyes of Kurapika. And that's something I didn't quite pick up on to that extent, right? I was very conscious that this was very much about Kurapika, and I did pick up on the fact that, you know, the show feels very different, it's a very different tone, but it's because we're focused on Kurapika's perspective of things. And it was very hard for me to shift into that mindset because we just had the Heavens Arena arc. You know, we've been with GON the whole show. So in the back of my mind, I've just been waiting for GON and Killua to just meet back up with Kurapika, you know? And I've not been able to get out of that mindset until now, and just whenever it happens, you know, it happens. But this sort of stuff that's going on with Kurapika right now, it doesn't really get much better than this for me. You know, I've had no idea like where he's been sitting really in terms of power, and people are thinking like he is above Killua, like he's the strongest out of our main characters right now. Like 1 versus 1 versus any Phantom Troop member. I don't know about the chief, but it's just, it looks like it's just going to go Kurapika's way. Like that was Uvo, and that was easy for him. He had Uvo asking him to kill him. So we'll just have to see what happens from here. You know, the Phantom Troop, they know it's a chain user, and they might potentially try and gang up on him from here on out, you know, which probably means we might need GON and Killua getting involved as well. We'll just see. Like and subscribe. Check out the Patreon for early access if you're interested. And with all that being said, enjoy the video. He's not going to offer up his hunter card, is he? His hunter's license? Come on, GON, what are we doing here, man? How's that going to work? Also, should I finally watch these intros? Like, thoughts on that? Like, I've been thinking about it for a long time. Is it going to spoil anything for me, or are they safe to watch? And do people want to see that? Very sharp eye. Oh, here it is. Are we stepping away from Kurapika for a bit, maybe? Wait, he actually sold it. Hello? Hey, I don't know, man. Why? Do we just not need it now? We know how to use Nen? Imagine this is a dead end. All we need is to find Kurapika. To know where the Phantom Troop are. Obviously, they don't know that though, but... Weapon? That's exciting. Now why is GON drawn to it? Oh, okay. Poor Leorio. I hope he actually learns more of Nen later on. Yeah, GON's done this before. Wing, yeah. Okay. Is Killua cooking a bit here? I'll sell them for more. Yeah, okay. Alright, okay. Right, it's time-based, okay. Still feels very side questy, this sort of stuff, hey? Why does that look familiar? It looks like Worm. That's what I'm talking about, the Shadow Beast. It looks like Worm. $12.50, come on, GON. He's not good at maths, is he? We've seen this before. Okay, new character coming in for sure. Okay, they got some stuff. Is this the person? Of course. And you forget this is all just to get money, just to get a copy of Greed Island. I'm just gonna go back and see what Gon was talking about with his hunter's license and how much he got for it, because I'm dizzy. So he pawned his hunter's license for 100 million, whatever the currency is, to get information on the Phantom Troop. Right, and a Phantom Troop member is 2 billion each. Okay, so in theory we're still making money. Probably something really silly. The fuck up, Siri. Probably something really silly I had to go back and confirm there, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm not getting lost in this. Classic. What is it with these statues, man? Jenny, gotta remember that. Interesting. There's gotta be something more to this thing then. Yeah, this is the guy, right? Look at his eyebrows. Yeah. Yeah, this is big time, this statue. Stuff inside it? But you don't know what's inside until you open it, no? He was gonna go and check when he was gonna go check the age of the wood. And there it is. Another person? It's just hilarious to me that this is what GON and Killua are doing. Buying and selling things, learning about all this stuff. It's just so funny. These two just going back and forth like this. He's that confident. Man's got to take the deal. Come on now. He knows. He knows how confident he is. Alright, what do we got then? What do we got? Okay, let's remember this is GON and Killua's though. How much are we talking here? Zepile. I think that's fair too. I thought he would want some of it. I mean, he just made sure they got it. It's only 20%, man. Gun's real, man. Yeah, so this guy must not know about Nen, I think. He's just a fanatic about these collectibles, right? Okay, question for a question. Wonder if he'll know anything about it. Okay, 300 million. That's not even close to what they need though. We're just going back and forth. This is fun. He wouldn't understand, right, if he doesn't know about Nen. Why would he buy it? Is he trying to sell it off for more?
俺たちこいつの親父を探してんだ。その手がかりがそのゲームにあるってわけ。
This man's learning a lot right now.
この壺実は俺が作ったんだよ。
What? How did we get here?
だが俺のオリジナルじゃねえ。いわゆるパチモンさ。貧乏な時日銭を稼ぐためにちょこちょこ作ったな。で金がそこそこ入るようになってからはすっぱり手を引いたが、市場を回っては買い戻すようにしてるんだ。
本物の壺ならいくらぐらいすんの？
俺の場合お前の親父って何してるやつなの？
プロのハンターなんだ。
骨董の世界にも何人かいるが、プロのハンターってやつは皆普通じゃねえ。
So here's the thing. I was thinking about this throughout this whole ordeal. Of course, it makes sense that we're talking about all these antiques and stuff like that because there was something. I think it was the Tots that mentioned Jing was pretty involved in this sort of stuff, right? Like finding and maybe preserving relics, artifacts, something like that. So there is some significance here. It's not going unnoticed.
俺もプロのハンターだもん。
Bombshell.
じゃあ本当に最後の質問だ。俺に何か手伝えることはねえか？オークションで儲けようと思ったらどうしたって目利き。
Ooh, okay, a little team up.
俺の手数料はお前らが決めてくれていい。どうだ？
Mutually beneficial.
じゃあ俺たちも最後の質問ね。どうして俺たちのこと手伝
This is
お
the
うと思っ
question.
たの？
Is it just about money or is there something else?
嬉しくってな。こんな出来の悪いガラクタでも値をつけてもらえると嬉しいもんさ。
ガラクタじゃないよ。
And that's why.
その壺には確かにゼパールさんの念が込められてる。オーラって誰でも出せるものだけど、それを自在に操ろうと思ったらすごい集中力と長い修行が必要なんだ。
This is what they were saying earlier in the episode. Some people do it without knowing.
すごい才能なんだよ。変な壺とか言っちゃったけど。
I like this. This is a new one.
狂いはなさそうだ。目利き商売ってのは長くやってると人間を見るようになる。
Oh, it's so wholesome.
骨董品を鑑定するよりも客観的に見える分、人間の評価は厳しい。
I like this guy.
そんな目利きとしての俺がお前らを見て囁くんだ。こいつらと仕事がしたいってな。それが答えだ。
Who would have thought we'd be doing something like this, man? How can you say no after that?
お願いします。手数料は働きを見てからな。
よーし、そうと決まれば。
その前に、
あ？
さっきの店で言ってた殺し技のこと教えて。
興味あんのか？
後掘り二度漬け。
Yeah, I thought that's what he was talking about.
お前、そんなのどうでもいいだろ。面白いじゃん。手品の種明かし。
He's still such a kid, man.
なんでこいつに興味を持ったか。こいつは善悪に頓着がない。こいつの顔には非難の色も
That's facts.
悪事への憧れも浮かばなかった。あるのはただ一つ。単純な好奇心。
Innocent curiosity.
善悪の区別なく称賛し心を開く。つまりこいつは危ういんだ。言うなれば目利きがまた通用しない五分の
What an interesting shift of things there, though. Oh, yeah, I think you could probably take a lot away from that. I'll talk more about that later.
警戒され始めるとまた大胆な殺し技が出てきた。その技とは何だと思う？
別のとこから宝を取り出した。
ピンポーン。
Bing bong.
接合部とは別に新たな穴を
Ah, okay. And people aren't looking for that.
横抜きと呼ばれる手口だ。
横抜き。すごい世界だね。もしもし。雲が？
ああ、間違いなさそうだ。動画も添付されてる。
Yeah, I see ya.
男女のカップルだ。俺もそっちに向かうから。
わかった。行こう。キルは。
Damn, is he getting a live video feed of him?
おい、競売はどうすんだよ。
任せれ。なるべく高く売ってよ。
は？
Hey, just send him off on a side quest? I hope he actually goes through with it. I'm sure he will. What an interesting episode. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like a completely different situation going on here. Right, now we're gonna pick back up next episode, it looks like. Alright, I'm fairly confident this will be a short discussion, but we'll see what I can find here. So I did draw attention to the fact that, you know, there is some significance here behind all these relics and artifacts, right? Because I'm sure it ties into Jing somehow. And I was wondering throughout their conversation with Zepile, I believe his name was. I will confirm that real quick. Yes, Zepile. And I was wondering if maybe that was the reason that he felt drawn to GON, because maybe he knows something about Jing. Maybe they work in some sort of a similar kind of different world, as GON refers to it as. And perhaps even GON's curiosity, or innocent curiosity as Zepile refers to it as, is because he's Jing's son and Jing is interested in this kind of stuff. You know, maybe that's why GON is so interested, you know, in this stuff a little bit too, and he wants to learn more about it from Zepile. I definitely spent the first half of this episode thinking like what exactly are we doing here? And I definitely remember saying, oh, this feels like kind of side questy. But as we worked our way through, I feel like I understand a little bit more now. Obviously we're heading towards the path of getting Grid Island and moving towards Jing. But once we get to the end of the 20 questions with Zepile, and he's saying, so GON is dangerous because it doesn't matter if something is good or bad, it's just, does it interest him or not? And the reason I said you could probably think a lot about that is because I just immediately thought of Jing, right? His whole wanting to track down Jing, and there's such an undertone over that already, you know, like we've talked about it, GON had that one dream, you know, and all these clues and everything else we don't know about Jing at this point. I don't know, I really can't like go down that train of thought like too much more. That's just where my brain went. Obviously there's probably no way for GON to know at this point, but maybe he's going down a path. Actually, I take that back, there is a way. Like Jing actually says that he's a bad person, you know, he's done some bad things, he doesn't want GON to find him. But because this whole chase and the fact that it's his father interests him, GON is doing it anyway. Okay, there we go. There's the entire thought process. And the other thing Zepile's remark reminded me of was Illumi actually said something about GON being dangerous as well, and he wanted to take GON out, I think, and Hisoka stopped him. So I think that's where I'm at with that. Okay, I feel good now that I was able to actually talk that out and get all those thoughts out there. I don't really think I need to go too much into anything else that happened this episode. I did get a bit dizzy at the beginning, you know, when they're talking about, like, did GON actually sell his hunter's license? Is that what happened? I hope I'm not misunderstanding that situation, or maybe GON can get it back somehow. I don't know what's going on with all that. But anyway, I hope this whole thing with Zepile is legit and he actually goes off and you know, makes them money, you know, from the things that they bought. Because he seems like a really cool guy. He is very obviously aware of GON and what could potentially happen with him. And now he knows about Nen and everything. We'll have to see. I feel like he's a good guy though. You know, he went around buying, you know, these fake pots that he made because he couldn't stand the fact that that's something that he'd done. So I think there's enough honor in that to trust him going forward. But we have a lead on 2 Phantom Troop members. The pink-haired lady who has a thing with Hisoka. Her name is like Machi, I'm pretty sure it's Machi. Yeah, I've got it here. And I forget the name of the other dude, but that's the guy. I think he has swords, but he's the one that got trucked in the car, right? When the Shadow Beast guy did his whole napkin trick. But it looks like we're going straight into that, man. What a change of pace from last episode. And I spent all the intro talking about, you know, Kurapika this, and that's where we're at with this part of the show. And now we've gone straight back to GON, Killua, and Leorio, and I feel like this episode was just kind of maybe setting some things up for the future. We'll have to see, and putting some interesting ideas in our heads. Now it looks like the pace might pick up again. Are we just going to confront 2 members of the Phantom Troop? Maybe this is how we all meet back up with Kurapika again somehow, but maybe these guys are out here looking for Kurapika. I imagine they were at the meeting, you know, with the chief. I'm pretty sure every Phantom Troop member was there. But either way, it sounds like more fights with the Phantom Troop, which I'm here for. So I think I'm going to leave this one here now. I feel pretty good about that. Took me on a very interesting journey. Not something I expected from this episode, but that's going to do it for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know, I always appreciate it. And we'll see you all in the next episode of Hunter x Hunter.